I'm LaDonna Lockard, and this is Max Combos. I'm here today with Tricia McIntosh. Tricia, you are the creator of MLO Advantage. I'm so excited to have you here on Max Combos. We're going to get into how we connected over when we go do a Take It to the Max. But for now, I would love to know what is the difference between an average MLO and a six-figure authority in 2026.
Yeah, well, first of all, thank you for having me, LaDonna. I'm excited to be here. And in my opinion, the difference is it's subtle. I feel like a six-figure MLO views their job as running a business that gets applications for their company to process and close, while the average MLO sees themselves as an employee or maybe self-employed and just working on loans. I know that sounds like semantics, but it's massive in impact because six-figure MLOs think like business owners. They're always looking for ways to scale, to systematize, to automate, and to just, take themselves out of the parts of the business that don't require their unique expertise. Whereas the average MLO, they feel stuck, like they have to touch everything. And they don't really have to personally be that involved with everything, but they think they do. Six-figure MLOs are building an actual business. And the irony is that you don't have to be at six figures to act like that. You can start doing that right where you are.
You're so right. It's such a mindset thing. And getting some of those remedial tasks off of your plate so that you can focus on those high revenue generating activities really is so important. And I love that kind of distinction of the two. I would love to know from your perspectives if someone is coming to you right now and saying the market's too hard right now, what's your response to that?
I hear that. I hear that a lot. But whenever I hear that, it usually for me just means that they have tunnel vision. I think
Mm.
they're looking at the market through just one lens, and it's usually either rates or volume. I feel like they're missing like the overall picture. They have to look at everything that's happening because the market is never universally hard. I mean, it's hard if you're doing the same thing everyone else is doing and expecting to have a different result. But if you're willing to think outside the box, I feel like there's always a strategy to get business, some different ways to stay relevant and be noticed and to attract clients. Because I mean, you, me, we've all seen MLOs who thrive even in like bad markets, because they're just adapting. I feel like when rates go up, they're shifting, they're helping people with arms and just doing whatever it takes to stay relevant. And when inventory is tight, they're going to help clients position themselves as strong buyers. Maybe taking that extra time to fully underwrite pre-approvals and building their own reputation as closing in 21 days instead of 30, just doing whatever it takes to have that competitive advantage. Because
I
I don't think that the market, like, it's never hard. The approach that they're using might be outdated, but that's fixable in my opinion.
I think you're so right. And I love making that point of you have to be willing to adapt. We know that this is an industry that is constantly ebbing and flowing. You cannot be so stuck in your ways that you're unwilling to learn and to diversify and to try different things and to become an expert in so many different areas of the industry. So, what do you think is kind of a bold move right now that an originator could make this quarter that could potentially change the trajectory of where they're headed in 2026?
I think that like a bold move that they could do, and it's not even that big. They could just hire a virtual assistant. I mean, they could
Hmm.
do that this quarter, today even. And I feel like most originators are drowning in busy work that doesn't produce income. Like the scheduling, the data entry, the follow-up emails, chasing documents, all of that kind of stuff that keeps them from being the rainmaker in their business. They can have a good VA just take 10 to 15 hours of the non-income producing work off of their plates every single week. So they could be, having sales conversations, building relationships with their referral partners and creating content or just closing deals. I mean, Just have a virtual assistant take that off your plates, because the return on investment, if they did that, it's insane. They would free themselves up to do the $150 an hour work instead of that $15 an hour work that's keeping them so busy. And I feel like most people don't do it because they think they can't afford it. But I think the truth is that you can't afford not to do it if you're serious about scaling. I think that that one move, delegating their busy work, it can literally change their trajectory this quarter, this week.
I think that is fantastic advice. It really is one of those areas that you don't realize how much time you are spending on those remedial tasks until they're taken off of your plate. And when you can free that energy up to really focus on the important things that make you so good at what you do, that actually set you apart as an LO, that makes a huge difference. So fantastic answer. I want to jump over. We're already out of time here, but I want to jump over. Let's go do a take it to the max, because I want to hear more about MLO Advantage, what it is that you're doing, what you've built. I really think that you have built something incredible. So let's go do a take it to the max. And Tricia, thank you so much for being here. Again, I'm LaDonna Lockard, and this is Max Combos.
For more on this and all of today's top stories, go to nationalmortgageprofessional.com.